for that. Not just one lifetime, not just, I'm not talking just one life, brother, sister, I'm talking about brother, sister from beginningless rebirth. Brother, sister from beginningless rebirth. All family. All family. Not just a Himalayan mountain experience journey, not just that. Not just like trekking Himalayan mountains. Himalayan mountain experience, journey. Something come out. The world, you can see how many countries have a war attacking each other, even within the country, civil war. So many between sects. War each other. So years, for a long time, killing each other. Developed the country with people have education in the university, college, school. I don't mean going back, but I'm in school, college, university. Yes. Yes, it's go back. After you died, then you reincarnate. Then again, school, college. Yes, it goes back, but different life. I don't think in the same life go back. So anyway, then with all this education for years, then develop the country, family, with billions and zillions, trillions of dollars. Build billions and zillions, trillions dollars, on and on. Then, bombed, gone, destroyed. You see? So, with so many years of education, then you see it develops with the billions and zillions and trillions, on money, so destroyed one day, gone. By bomb, by different weapons. So, besides the war, and then many diseases, so many people dying by cancer. Even the whole family gradually dying by cancer. We always hear, always have increasing more and more. When I was Baksa, India, West Bengal, Jalpaiguri, Assam, entered Assam. Baksa, there was when India was under British, that time is a place where Mahatma Gandhi was prisoned. It became nunnery when we came from when the monks escaped from Tibet, Lhasa and other parts of Tibet. I escaped from Tibet through Bhutan to India. When the Tibet taken embedded by taken by mainland China. So Mahatma Gandhi, the house that the barbed wires, I think 2 stories was round, and so that old house is where Mahatma Gandhi was present, and where the nuns lived there, and then nunnery, then later representative of His Holiness stayed in that, looking after the monks. And what Mahatma Prime Minister Nehru were present, that became our monastery, called college, Serame, where the monks, not all the monks, so 60-something monks stay inside. So bed, all like this. They all had their bed. Then also outside courtyard bed like this. That's very small bed, all to the drawer. So like the in outside, there was the barbed wires, and there was a ditch out of there. So where the monks lived, and also we used to puja, or meditation, or prayers, group. So that's the place where Prime Minister Nehru was present. So place where so many people killed and prisoned, and mountains. On the mountain there are huge windows, huge castle, huge windows, huge iron like that on the hills during that time. So built during that time. I forgot what I'm saying. Suddenly gone. Yeah, that time, very famous signature we had. That time, in the TV, not TV watching, TB, disease TB. So with condition because it came from Tibet, cold place, and hot. That India is very hot, and conditions and food and so I think like that. Tibet you don't hear TB in that time. So cancer, I never heard cancer at that time. On TB, but I had also TB. I had also TB, small TB, but I got recovered. I was in the hospital in Delhi. Treatment for some years, and benefited by old lady from England who is a member of Buddhist Association in London. I never met, but Mrs. Betty, who started school in Delhi for young lamas, young incarnate lamas, from the Nyingma Kagyu Sajakilu for sector. So I was there. So yeah, then I found out. First I had smallpox with the Lama Trungpa's relative. He's called Lama Asia now in England, Scotland. He has a big land and leads meditation. So he and me, smallpox. Then recovered back, went back to school, then got TB. He also got TB, I also got TB. So we stayed in the hospital. Yeah. So the best friend, Miss Betty, she is second British nun. First is one English nun ordained by Troma Kishin, which is a great Lama. Probably that's the only one he ordained in his life. That's the first among the Westerners. First nun. Second nun is Miss Frida Betty from London, from England. So she, of course, she was a Christian, and then she lived in Singapore, Ceylon, and became Buddhist. Then her parents, not her parents, her daughter and son went to university with the Nehru's, Prime Minister Nehru's son and daughter. So they became friends. So I think she's a close or kind of to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So then the lamas, the Tibetan lamas, most Tibetan people escaped from Tibet. Those who escaped, those who were able to escape, and then those who came. I mean, there are many who did not come, but who escaped. So Nehru asked her to look after the monks who came from Tibet, Masumeri, so extremely hot, so hot. I've been so then from there, those who wanted to continue to study the philosophy, Buddhist philosophy, when they study, then can come to Baksa. So 1,500 monks. So the rest then go to other places making road. At that time, India makes a lot of roads to the mountains for the maybe army, for the army, or so, goes where like that. So that's a major. So she's a second later, then she became a Tibetan Buddhist nun, ordained by his own Karmapa. They had the Kagyu, Karma Kagyu, or maybe had the Kagyu sect. So like that. So anyway, like this world situation. So I mean, it is now a new one, Abolo, in Africa, as you know. It's happening. So dying very soon. Every day dying so many people. And Africa, I think that thousands already dead. Happening. So so new disease coming different time, new disease. So more times, more degenerated going down. more, he has more, various problems, earthquakes, so many things happen, more and more disasters. Yeah, many. So, I don't know, two students from Africa, two are very inspired, very dedicated. Two ladies from Africa. I think with Africa, there were more rich people living that place, I think. So I know that many people dying. I just said news. So I suggest build one Buddha. Not Shakyamuni Buddha, the aspect of this. There's a Naga called Naga King. That Buddha is named Naga King. Like this, Mudra, and the face white, the rest of the body is blue. So you build that, and then school or monastery, nunnery, or whatever, the people don't get like leprosy disease or the cancer or skin cancer or any skin infections or the caused by Naga decreases, drops. I saw that in text, in the Dharma text, and so suggest to build a statue in the country where there's the disease happening. So she was going to do, but it took a lot of corporate time because it's very difficult to communicate, or somebody could give land and all that. So didn't happen. Then not every place, but this place called Jana or something else. What's it called, place? No. Jana. Place called Jana. Guinea. A place called Guinea. Only that place came out. So, unless they herself go there, otherwise it's difficult. So she wanted to dedicate, if she had to get disease and she die, she wanted to dedicate. But so anyway, it looks like maybe can't build. So then where this mantra, liberating from the bondage to your body, speech, mind, by spirit possession. So she came out best for her to recite, but for others who have Ebola disease to wear the mantra. So I told her that, and then don't build the statue, but do this. So then she ran to the president house, and I don't know who the person is, maybe something important. So he will wear, and then he will ask president to wear. Then he'll, if she asks for 20, she will ask for 50 people to wear this mantra first. Then he said, 20 people, from 50, 20 people get recovered. If 20 people get recovered, then he will announce in the country, whole country. So anyway, Yeah, so anyway, I asked here Nandri in the monastery to puja, medicine with puja, composed by 50 Dalai Lama, incarnation 50 Dalai Lama. The first Dalai Lama, first Dalai Lama, Jawa Ginduchwa founded the Dashilumu monastery in Tibet, Panchen, which is a monastery in Tibet. Dashilumu monastery, Zhang, in the upper place of Tibet. So the second, the fifth Dalai Lama, then that time the Potala, in Lhasa, the big palace, Potala, his own Dalai Lama's palace, Potala was built during 50 Dalai Lama's time, and 50 Dalai Lama, then the whole Tibet, it's a whole Tibet to guide, to lead Dharma, the head leader of Dharma, and also, the you can say politics, but in Spain choosing it in politics, but it's not black. It's not black politics. It's white politics. It's a method to bring the people happiness. It's a method to bring the Tibet, to guide the Dharma, spiritual, and to bring people's life, to bring in, to happiness. So positive. That's healthy politics, positive and healthy, and virtue. Virtuous politics. Put it this way. So from that time, from then I request to be the king of Tibet, like that, not before. So now they fought the Dalai Lama, like that. So anyway, composed by 50 Dalai Lama, this medicine Buddha, meditation practice, the extensive medicine Buddha is a success. So it's great blessing, success. And then reading the Buddha's teachings on emptiness, Buddha's teachings on the ultimate wisdom, realizing emptiness, shunyata, ultimate nature. So, ultimate nature of the I, ultimate nature of the aggregates, ultimate nature of anything which exists is because emptiness. So, emptiness, in Tibet, Tongpa Ni, emptiness only. In English, does not translate completely. In Sanskrit, shunyata, but I don't know. It has all the Tibetan word Tongpa Ni, Ni. I don't know. I'm not sure Sanskrit whether it has that, but in Tibetan it has emptiness only. Only by saying only, then stops ordinary emptiness. Like emptiness, no food went out and then empty, or your purse empty of money, or things like that. So that's great meaning. Tongpa Ni, Tibetan, the great holy beings, great chancellor holy beings, those are extremely learned, so they translate like that. Great meaning it has. So only a particular emptiness, not just ordinary emptiness. So in English it doesn't translate complete from that Tibetan word. But now so much using now for so many years, I don't know who ever translated first. Then so many years using it now, people who know, who heard, become familiar. What it means, relating the subject, or what connection. So then people who heard Buddhism, then they know what. So like that. So three times to read this text, Buddha's teachings, 12 volumes, and 3 volumes, Niti, and then 1 volume, it was 1,000 stanzas over there. 1 volume. So 3 times. So 2 I sponsor, 1 I sponsor, 2 I request monastery. So now we dedicate for them. We help them. We dedicate for them. So to stop the disease, bring peace there. So done. So when I left. So when I was leaving from Australia, Bendigo, where there's the big stupa building, big stupa called Jangte Stupa. The example is in Tibet, near Tashlupa Monastery. So we're building that now, huge. It's quite a lot is done already. So I might finish within 3 years, or I'm not sure. Well, it might take some time also inside. So there's a monastery built by Jato, scheduling. We call them scheduling. Means a monastery to study the extensive Buddha's teachings, and also practice the meaning, actualize in your mind, in your heart. So scheduling. Then also there's a lay center, that's a monastery. Then there's a lay center, Adisha center. Adisha, great Pandit come from Narendra, from India, Tibet, to make the Buddhism pure in Tibet. So then, of course, before, but then after that, so numberless, so many become through meditation, study, reflect, meditation. Then so many become holy being Bodhisattvas, and so many become Buddha. So many practitioners become Buddha. So that happened in Tibet. When I was living there, then got email. The government has accepted people to wear this mantra. Those very kind and very kind and smart. Kind and smart. Wise. Wise. I say, don't talk about religion, this religion, that religion. No, take it as a medicine. Any medicine in the world useful, take it. So like that. Use as medicine. Not religion, this forget. So the problem, there's no problem. If you build concepts, too much concepts, then that's why the war, that's why so much war, so many people get killed, almost like every day. You can imagine. So if try to help what is possible. So I hope, even not everybody, but I mean, like, probably might. Of course, it depends on karma, the karma, or so anyway, so even not to cover all, but half or something is good. So anyway, so much global problems in the country, so much. So therefore, now here, you came all the way from your home, even by crossing over much money expenses, by crossing over Pacific Ocean, so come to Nepal. Kopan not yet on the Mount Everest. Not yet Mount Everest. Nepal, Kopan. So anyway, so so, and to open your heart, and here, come here, and open your heart, no close, open your heart. To Buddha's path. To Buddha's path. What Buddha himself himself started reflect, meditated, actualized path. Himself liberated not only from lower realm, but from whole entire samsara, and liberated even from the lower nirvana, lower the blissful state of peace, everlasting happiness, the lower everlasting happiness. Even free from that, then achieve great nirvana, great liberation, Buddhahood, the elimination of complete obscuration, not only gross, but even subtle one, even the subtle one. Complete elimination of that, and complete realization. Completed the realization. So that's what's called enlightenment. So if you understand meaning, sang-je in Tibetan language, sang-je, sang, elimination of all the obscurations. Je, fully develop the realizations. So see, if you hear what, Sanskrit is Buddhahood, but independent Sangye. So if you know the meaning, there's no problem. So it's a question of development of the mind. Total elimination of the obscuration. So you agree there's ignorance. Oh, that's there's ignorance. Ignorance. So when you're sick, you go to you go to hospital to check with machines and things, and by doctor. So because you don't know, so you go to the hospital to check with all the machines, brain, everything, and the doctor check. Not only doctor check, also machines check. So extra checking the machines. People don't have enough knowledge, so they have a machine to check. So like that. So you see, while you see in the front of this, yes, you see some, not all inside the body. You don't see. But you can't see the backside. You don't see your backside of the head. You touch, but you don't see the colors there. Maybe we're touching, you can see there's a hair head. Yeah, but you don't see the color. You don't see the color. I don't see color. No, the color's all. Because right now, you see in the picture, your picture, then the black or something. But generally speaking, right now, how it looks there. You don't see your backside. While you're looking here, maybe you see you see the front part, outside. But you don't see the backside. It's clear what I say? Yeah. So then inside the body, inside the body, inside here, all the details, inside the body, all the details. So related to us. That's just that's one example. So fruit, you see it outside, but yeah, sometimes the animal. In the West you put refrigerator, order, but in the except the supermarket fruit. But sometimes inside the fruit there's a worm, there's a maggot. Not maggots, worms inside. I didn't see in the West, but I saw in the East. In the orange, you don't see outside. But in the orange, when you open like this, then not all the time. I've seen maybe 3 times or 2 times like that. Only you can tell is the head is black. So that helps very much. The head is black. That is a very helpful thing because it's moving. So you can see it's warm there. Warm. Oh, warm there. So tiny. But the head is black. The head is not black, maybe difficult. Head is black. So I saw 2 or 3 times. Yeah. So that orange is outside there's a little bit watery. Got stuck. And a little bit watery. Or those kind of orange. Those very dry outside, that's okay. No, after you peel off skin inside, so you see, not watery, it's okay. If it's dry, it's okay. With watery outside, got stuck. On those are impossible. So usually they can't do fruit. So anyway, that's just a side talk. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, I mean, you know, I can't read his mind, what he's thinking. And maybe he can read my mind. But I can't say. But so like that. So we do ignorance. Just unknown mind. So a very thick, very heavy ignorance. There are many different types of ignorance. There are many different types of ignorance. The unknown mind. The very root is the very root of global problems, country problems, society problems, individual problems. Individual brings problems. However, the whole thing came from ignorance, unknown mind, ignorance, not knowing what is the I, not knowing what is the I, not knowing that, what is the I. The ultimate nature of the I, not knowing that. That is the root of everything, all suffering, suffering rebirth. We have to be born? Why? And suffering of old age, suffering of sicknesses, suffering of death. So, yeah. All the samsaric pleasure, which cannot continue. Dharma happiness, you can continue. But samsaric happiness, you can't continue. Dharma happiness, you can increase, you can develop, and you can complete. Not only achieve nirvana, blissful state of peace for oneself. Not only that, liberation, total liberation, ultimate happiness, total liberation from oceans of samsara suffering. Not only that, the great nirvana, great liberation, the total cessation of the elimination of the obscuration, even the subtle obscuration, elimination of that, and complete completion of all the realizations. Oh, that. Sorry, I forgot. Suddenly I forgot. Anyway, so yeah, so Dharma happiness can increase and can complete. You see, like that. When you achieve that, Buddhahood, total cessation of obscuration and the completion of all the realization, or that time, complete Dharma, the ultimate happiness. So like that, so all of this, but not samsaric pleasure. Because why can't do that? Why can't I continue? Why can't I increase? It's because the nature is suffering. It's, we label pleasure, but it's what it is suffering. Suffering nature. So can't continue. Or sometimes, when that stops, then becomes suffering and pain. So that it cannot increase. So that. So the root of that is ignorance. Unknowing mind. Not knowing the ultimate nature of the I, and aggregates. And then the third suffering, since I mentioned two, the true suffering arises from the third, pervasive compounding suffering. Chapa tujiji dunga. That our body mind is under the control of delusion and is action, karma. Karma in Sanskrit, lay, in Tibetan, the lay. So it's action of delusion. So under the control of this, under the control of wrong concept, delusion. Ignorance, anger, attachment, that. So, and it's action, karma. It's action. So that's why this is pervaded by suffering. That's why it's nature of suffering. So we press. When you eat food, it was not good, and has a when you scribble, then you die. Get caught here and die, or whatever is it, so forth. when you walk, not when you walk, not skip down, then you get problem, fall down, get dislocate, or things, and then when you sleep, or you're not careful, the body get tired, body get exhausted, pain, so that's it. Even the pain, that's so when you press, you see, pain, not bliss. When you press, should experience bliss, but for us not pain. For meditators whose mind is developed in Tantra, the Hinayana, Mahayana Sutra, Mahayana Tantra. So who has developed the mind in Tantra, the clear light, illusory body, like the Tantra path, clear light is those very high developed mind. If they fall down, they bliss. Like that. It's a different part. Then us pain, but then bliss, experience bliss. So the creation, the production of mind. You see, our mind produces suffering. This deluded mind produces suffering, but the mind, those who have realization, all experience bliss, even they fall down, knocked head or something. So like that. And see, contaminated, this aggregates a contaminated seed of delusion. So also perverted by suffering. By that reason, also perverted by suffering. Then compounding suffering. It compounds this life suffering, and it compounds the future life suffering, future life rebirth, future life suffering. So the consciousness, the today's consciousness, continuation of yesterday. So today's consciousness, continuation of past year. Today's consciousness, continuation of the childhood time. Today's consciousness, continuation of the, from mother's womb, continuation of that consciousness. When you are mother's womb and conception that took place in mother's womb, conceived, continuation of that. So that conception took place in mother's womb. Then before that, so intermediate stage. Intermediate before conceived, the continuation consciousness exists. It is an intermediate stage. And then before that, then whichever rebirth, or the human being, or the Nara helpings, hunger cause, animals, Sura, or those old gods, so whichever. So this consciousness, continuation of from beginningless rebirth, from beginningless rebirth. So that so it carries like the you see, there's a wire, connected. The example connected, from here to whatever, Tibet or anywhere, America, anywhere. So, wire, the different countries. Then the electricity, then the wire, and the electricity carries the message to the other place, other telephone, or like that. So carries the message. So they like that. So the consciousness carries the imprint of the good action, negative action that was done in the past, from beginningless rebirth, that was not experienced. And then that experience, that not finished experiencing or not experienced yet, so the consciousness carry, and then experience this life. So the compound this life suffering, and then compound future life suffering. So due to ignorance, and you see the desirable object, then you get once the mind is do not have realization, renunciation, bodhicitta, emptiness, even sutra doesn't have those realizations. And then even those basic realizations. So a mind is not protected. You don't protect your mind. So you see, when the mind is left unprotected, let it do whatever it does. Let it do. Then you see, unprotected, unguided, you see, not protected. Then you see, that due to ignorance, because the mind has been habituated with ignorance from beginningless rebirth. If you're habituated with ignorance, anger, attachment, all the delusions, 5 different delusions, or so many, 6 root delusions and 20 skin delusions. So by elaborating 84,000 delusions, by elaborating so many details from the ignorance, anger, attachment. So anyway, so the so ignorance, due to ignorance, then desirable object meets, then attachment rises. Undesirable object, the anger rises. Indifferent object, the attachment rises. They motivate action. They motivate action. That leaves imprint on the mind. That leaves imprint on the mind. That leaves imprint on the mind. So, there is a imprint left on the mere eye, but left on the eye. The consciousness left imprint of the consciousness, so like that. So that produce the future life suffering, future life rebirth. So it compound also future life. This aggregates compound also future life suffering. So like that. So the root of this suffering, third suffering, pervasive compound suffering, from where the two other sufferers, also ignorance. The ignorance, not knowing the ultimate nature of the I. Oh, ultimate nature of the I, not knowing that. Not knowing what is I. So therefore, what is it? Yeah. So, this month you are coming here to meditate, to reflect, to listen, teaching Buddha, reflect, meditation. Oh, it contains the subject, emptiness. Three principal aspects of the path to enlightenment: renunciation, bodhicitta, emptiness, or subject, emptiness, content. So you would hear this, you would be meditating on this. So important. So important. I mean short. Really. The foundation for Tantra. Maya Tantra. So that is the most important education, important awakening, important experience. Oh, the ultimate experience. Discover. This life. So you're incredible, most unbelievably fortunate. I understand. Sometime everybody see now. You don't see, okay. Huh? So the other one's there. So other one is ultimate good heart, bodhicitta. That's the most, in the mind of Buddhism, the most important thing. In the mind of Buddhism, the most important practice, realization. That's what, if you practice this, generate this, then you are able to achieve full enlightenment, the Buddhahood, elimination of obscuration, completion of all the realizations. For not yourself, for sentient beings. For numberless helpings, for numberless hungry ghosts, for numberless animals, for numberless human beings. This universe is one. The numberless universe, scientifically mentioned, was Buddha explained. So, numberless human beings, numberless Sura beings, golden gods, numberless Sura beings, numberless Asura beings, and numberless intermediate beings, all for them. For every single of them, you achieve full enlightenment. So anyway, I explained before that. Then you see, then you are able to free by yourself the numberless human being, numberless Sura being, numberless Asura being, numberless helping hungry animals, from the oceans of numberless human beings suffering, from oceans of numberless Sura beings suffering, from oceans of numberless Asura beings suffering, from oceans of helping suffering, from oceans of animal beings suffering, from oceans of hungry ghosts suffering, from oceans of samsara suffering, you're able to free them. And then bring to peerless happiness the state of omniscience, Buddhahood. Peerless happiness. So you're able to bring to the state of omniscience, only able to bring there, everyone, that peerless happiness. So learning this, even just to learn this, even just to able to learn about this, to hear about this bodhicitta, is the very heart of Mahayana Buddhism. The very heart of your life practice. Very heart of your life practice. That makes your life most beneficial. Not only for you, most beneficial to every living being. Not left out even one insect. Not left out one, no matter bigger than mountain, or like whales in the ocean, or insects, can see only with the machine, not with the eyes. Nobody is left out. So, most beneficial for everyone, your life, causing happiness to them. up to enlightenment. Because temporary happiness and the ultimate happiness, liberation of samsara, the enlightenment, full enlightenment, great liberation, great liberation. Wow, 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 wow. Amazing, 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 amazing. So, bodhicitta. All this, so now started the basis. I mean, basis already started since you came here too, since the meditation course started, the basis started already. So now starting particular basis of that, okay? So renunciation was the basis, very important basis. So renunciation of samsara, then you can generate compassion for all. By knowing others' suffering, then you can generate compassion. The meditation of samsara, mainly yourself, mainly your suffering, or then experiencing the sixth realm, you see. So now think of others' suffering. By knowing others, different sufferings of others. Then that gives you to rise compassion to them, compassion to every sentient being. Then from that then comes bodhicitta. You see, taking responsibility on yourself. Taking responsibility on yourself, even though there are numberless Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, but sentient beings, sentient beings, you are past from beginningless rebirth now, future life, suffering, that happiness, your three-time happiness came from, received by kindness of numberless sentient beings, and also they have been your kind mother from beginningless rebirth, not only one time, from beginningless rebirth. So therefore you take the responsibility, even though there are numberless Bodhisattvas, but you take responsibility completely to free the others from oceans of samsara suffering and bring them to enlightenment, full enlightenment. You take full responsibility. And then, you have this special thought, you have to generate. Then, after that, the special consciousness, which is similar in 5 ways to the intention, the true intentions, wishing the hopes for other sentient beings. They are to be free from oceans of samsara suffering and to bring to enlightenment. It is one thing. Then for that reason, oneself to achieve enlightenment, their wish. So combined with that. Bodhicitta. Then that's the root of the path. If you generate this, then you have possibility to achieve enlightenment. From there, without this, there's no enlightenment. For you can't do extensive benefits to the sentient being on that by achieving enlightenment without bodhicitta. So that's so important. Stop here. Chi. Oma. Lama Zande, Lama Dejen, Lama Gedunde, Gunji Jebo, Lama de Lama Jebo. Daso Goje Tera Tamje Gunjo, Sumdanaya Bhumetaja Gonjo Sumbu Jundu Cheba Gonjo Sumje Chela Jawara